Again? That's nasty. Oh my goodness, it freaking stinks in here. I think I just inhaled secondhand smoke just from getting in his car again. I have this 2010 G37 sedan, 7-speed. It has the UPT 600cc injectors, so the UPT 85 kit, UPT 3-inch intakes, so it is on E85. The owner is at McDonald's right now, which is the best thing. I could load this car up in peace without a trillion questions, and then you can ask me after. So this guy here, he came earlier, so obviously everything was planned out because everything is only by schedule. And he installed his intakes outside on the street, so not in here because you're not allowed to be in here, not in the parking lot because you're not allowed to install stuff in the parking lot, but you can do it out on the street. So again, he installed his own intakes, injectors, and fuel pump. But the fuel pump, he bought a whole basket already modified from a running car that I had tuned, and then now he's just selling it, gonna get a different car. So at home, he had already pre-installed the intakes. He already cut the holes and everything. That way he knew how to install them, what tools he needed. So when he comes here, the time most likely is cut in half because he already knows how to do it, and he doesn't have to do the holes anymore because he already did it at home. So he did everything himself outside, and I kind of watched him here and there. I would go outside and go back and do email tunes and answer DMs, and then I go back and check on him. Just gave him like 1 or 2 tips on certain things that made it easier for him. And yeah, he did everything good, so that's good for him. Saved himself a lot of money on the install, even though George doesn't charge a lot, but still you save money, so that's good. And I already have a file. I uploaded a file outside, drove it in, made some more revisions on the tune, and I'm about to set things up so we can start doing some pulls on this thing. Let me see what revisions I have to make. Let me stop this here, and I will be back. We are at 324 wheel horsepower and 271 wheel torque. Pretty good. Oh, it also has aftermarket headers. And this one is done. 325.9 wheel horsepower, 271 wheel torque against like 85. Full exhaust. Headers, 3-inch intakes. Bye. Okay, I don't know which one I'm supposed to tune. They literally got the same wheels, same color car and fire fenders, just different color wheels. I'm gonna go ask George. He says this is his customer, and in order to fix it, it needs a tune, so I just don't know which one it is. Guys, today is Saturday. I just finished today. I didn't get a chance to record. Anyways, again, I just finished and was cleaning up here for George's area right here, because it was a pretty big mess, and I very rarely use this area. I only use it when he's really busy and the guys are busy, so they might need some help to take in, you know, his customers. So I'll just take down the info on their behalf. But I can't find a pen or paper, so I cleaned up. But he's gonna know it's me. Every time that the office gets cleaned, he knows that it was me. So it makes it easier to find stuff. And there was like no room back there. Another thing is, it's always surprising when you guys tell me you actually watch my YouTube videos. Because I know I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I don't focus on YouTube. I just really make these videos for you guys. And sometimes like when your friends come, they don't even have VQs, and they tell me that they watch the videos because like I just post funny stuff or dumb things or interesting things, compared to other shops that it's boring or whatever. They try to make it like professional, but they suck anyways. No one in general. No one specifically. So I'm just saying that in general. Anyways, so when you guys come, first thing you want to do is just come to the office and see if somebody is here. If they're not here or you don't really see anyone here, just ring the bell. You could ring it a few times, that's fine. So I just wrote this right here because I know when you go somewhere and there's a bell, I know how you feel. It's like you want to ring it, but you don't at the same time. So I know exactly how you feel. But here, just go ahead and ring it. And then just wait like 30 seconds. If nobody comes, maybe you ring it one more time. And then if no one comes in 30 seconds, just go back outside and just go, kind of at the gate right here and see if you can get someone's attention. And then they'll probably tell you to come back to the office. And at that point, they'll probably tell George to come over here and help you out, or one of the guys will help you out. And back here, basically, you could only really stand here. There's no room. There's a bunch of mess. I didn't really throw anything away. I just kind of, put it in the corner and stuff because I don't know. That's his stuff right there. I'm not going to throw away his paperwork. George is selling his stock R35 GTR wheels. So if you guys want to hit him up for that, I know I didn't post it on IG or anything, but he didn't tell me to. Well, he hasn't even posted it, but they are for sale. And George, because I have bigger turbos, now he wants to get bigger turbos. So he hasn't decided yet. Actually, yeah, he did. No, he didn't. He didn't really decide. It was like just a deal that randomly came up, but he was going to get bigger ones. They're still going to be stock frame. So we'll see. On our dyno, a low reading dyno, maybe 750. He's looking for 800, but we'll see what it does. Maybe we're going to push it. Obviously, he doesn't care what happens to the motor, so we could push it and we'll leave it like that. Other shops will push it and then they'll back it down like 100 horsepower, which is completely fine. You want to see what the motor would do, but you don't really know what it could do because you're not driving it like that. You just hit a number to say you hit a number and then you back it down. So if you hit that number, just keep it at that. You want to have fun. But this is an R35 motor outside of the car, outside of the chassis. You can see pretty small still. The exhaust ports. And then the famous rattle that the GTRs make. This one doesn't really do it, but it would move a lot. It would have a lot of play. This one has, I'd say like 5 to 10% play. Mine probably has like 2%. And the older ones, they move a lot. They rattle a lot. There's nothing wrong with the motor or the tranny or the bell housing. If you guys hear that on other GTRs and you're trying to buy one maybe, it's just an annoying noise, but it does go away when you start driving. It's only on idle when you're stopped. But yeah, it's just a bearing. There is a replacement for it. And then they do have three upgrades for the bell housing. So there's 3 different stages. I believe the stage 3 is, it was either $5,000 or $8,000. That's mostly for GTR that are making, I believe, over 2,000 or 2,500 wheel horsepower. So the stock setup handles roughly, I think it's 1,400 wheel horsepower, something like that. But let me just do this little quick walk around for you guys for the GTR motor. R35, whoa, I totally forgot about that. Because VQ Trill wants to race George, but they're both friends. So George took it personally, and that's why he added cams and he's getting the turbos as well. Aside that he wanted, to have what I have because his car is blue and then he wrapped it white because mine is white. Then he wanted my Volks, my TEs, but I sold them to someone else, and I know he got mad at me. Because I had like 3 sets of wheels for my GTR, so I didn't want to have 3 sets of wheels, so now I just have 2. Nobody knows what the other set is. But yeah, so Trill called him out here in person, which was really funny. So when you call out George, he just dumps money into his car just to smoke you, which to him, it's pocket change, literally. Same. Like when he got the GTR, it was, he got the wheels, the suspension, brand new wheels, brand new suspension, injectors, this somewhat OEM style, but aftermarket front mount. He got a lot of stuff, basically full bolt-on, and it all got installed. He bought everything the same day. Once everything arrived, he had it installed, and we tuned it. Basically, you could say like a one-day thing. Oh yeah, so these are the wheels he bought brand new. Then he took my lug nuts, literally mine, that I had as backups. He took them from my tool cart. He didn't even give me money for it. Thing I always tell you guys that the R35 stock turbos are pretty small, which they are. I always show you the VR30s, but you can see right there. And then let me flip it around. Look how small the rear wheel is. It's only a little bit bigger than the VR30 ones. Those of you that don't know, so there's obviously a lot of people that don't know, there's the transmission or the R35 is in the back. Let's see. Well, it's back there. So guys, I have this 2019 Q50. So it is a VR30. It's currently tuned by somebody else here in Cali, another shop. This car has just lowers, it has exhaust, stock intakes. It is on 91 and stock fuel pumps, but it has upgraded turbos. I believe they are the Z1 turbos. I'm not too sure, to be honest. So these turbos were installed, I believe, a few months ago, and he's been getting it tuned by his tuner, but they're saying that it's not boosting. So the car is back here to get diagnostics, but the thing is, this is not vacuum driven, the boost. It's electronic, so there's not a lot of things that could be wrong with it. And as well with if it was vacuum driven, so in the end it's still like some basic stuff that it could be. So if it was vacuum driven, there is no way it could be the tune. So since this is controlled electronically, now we have one more thing to add to the possibilities, which could be the tune. So first thing is, everything's plugged in electronically to the turbo, to the actuators. There's some pretty big motors that they open and close the valve on the back of the turbo. So those are plugged in. They seem to be working evenly because the owner of this car, I asked him for the last data log he sent his tuner so I could see if in fact it's boosting or not. And it's hitting a few pounds, so not what it's supposed to, but they're pretty even, so that seems normal. Obviously it's connected, so either at this point what it could be is, well, I also forgot, they did check for boost leaks. It doesn't have a boost leak, so we can eliminate that from the list of possibilities. Either maybe something's wrong with the turbos physically, the actuators on the turbos are not working correctly, maybe something stuck back there, or it could be something to do with the tune. So of course, so we already checked for boost leaks and everything's plugged in, which is it's even reading through data logging. The next thing to do is for me to put a tune on here just to see if it does what I tell it to do boost wise, and then go from there. So the owner already said to go ahead and do that and start tuning it. So George thinks this has to do with the tuning because of the way the system works, and basically I just explained it to you very, very quickly. Now at this point, if the same thing happens with my tuning, then you know there's something physically wrong or electronically wrong somewhere, something to do with the turbos. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a file here real quick. I haven't done anything yet, and then I'll get to it, and then we'll see if it boosts or not. All right, guys. So on this one here, once I started tuning it on the street, by the second revision, yeah, it was already boosting. So then I went ahead and put it on the dyno, and we are already making a little over 400 wheel horsepower on the quick little tune I made on the street. But this car is very, very restricted as it's on 91. It's got the primary cats. So these turbos are really just meant like to take advantage of them. You gotta be full bolt-on and E85. So of course they'll make more power than the stock turbos, but the current parts on this car are just very restrictive on it still. So something like this, if you're gonna run the cats, I'd probably suggest stock frame turbos, which would be like the pure turbos. You'll still keep the low end, the mid-range, and you'll gain the top end. That's probably something for most people. These turbos, they're more for a lot of high horsepower. So yeah, you do sacrifice some low end obviously, but I was able to get some of the low end back and everything through some tricks here. But yeah, let's go ahead and do a pull. Alright guys, I'm also giving him some new filters because they were very, very dirty. It doesn't look that dirty or bad on video. Here's the other one. The other one's a little like bent and stuff. So I'm giving him these for free. So yeah, he's getting these for free. Not the same color, but same brand. But I mean, he's not gonna pay for them anyways. If he wants to get the same colors, then he could just buy himself. But yeah, we're gonna give these to him for free. And then I'm just fixing some very small things on it. Other than that, the car is done. But just some things that I want to fix before I hand over the car. Is not something that he's gonna notice or anyone else is gonna notice, but I know it's there, and it's just something I gotta fix. So for me, and then that'll be pretty much it for this one. I'm gonna see if I can record another pull. So here are the final numbers on 91. So for those of you that know, that watch my YouTube videos, and those of you that are just watching this video for the first time on a VR30, or you just joined my channel, on our dyno here on 91 octane for the VR30s with stock turbos, these cars will make anywhere from 380 wheel after a tune. So 380 wheel to about 425 wheel horsepower on 91. So 425 wheel horsepower that would be like full bolt-on, full exhaust, the best healthy engine. This dyno does read on the lower side. I had to roll up the windows, too many noises going on outside. So again, anywhere from 380 wheel horsepower. Oh my goodness, of course. So again, anywhere from 380 wheel horsepower to 425 wheel horsepower on 91, full bolt-on. It really depends on the condition of the motor and the condition of the turbos, on what the outcome of your horsepower numbers are going to be. So this one here already heat soaking 439, which is rounded off to 440 wheel horsepower. It's already making about 15 wheel horsepower more than stock turbos. It doesn't sound like a big difference, but the power does not fall off on top end. And this guy still has cats, stock intakes. As you saw, I gave him new filters for free because his were dirty. So he still has a lot of restrictions on his car. So the car is ready to make more power. It just doesn't have the supporting mods for it. So we'll have to see another car with these turbos, or he would have to come back with some new modifications and we can retune the car and see the rest of the power. But this is good for you guys to know that, you know, you can get these upgraded non-stock frame turbos, and they're already in your car and they're just ready to go. Each time maybe you want to retune, you already have the ability to make more power. You start off with the turbos and some exhaust system, you know, you're ready to go. So again, this guy, once if he goes E85 full exhaust, yeah, it's gonna make a lot more power. Here we are yet again, unfortunately, with George's GTR. So now he got some turbos, which are the RD 900s. I believe they're discontinued, but they should be the same as the RD 1000s. So he found these used from someone who blew their motor. I think on OfferUp is where he found it. And when he got them, it had a bunch of shavings inside, so he cleaned it. So hopefully the turbos are still good. So we're about to find out. And I told him to turn up the boost to like maybe like 26 pounds. Leave me alone. But he doesn't want to right now. I don't know why. He's always telling everyone to go full boost, but no, he doesn't. Guys, I have this 2014 GTR yellow, missing stuff here, kind of looks like a 09. This one is on 91 octane, so pump gas. It has the UPT 1000 cc injectors. Stock fuel pumps. It has the 3-inch intakes. Not that it matters much, it's on speed density right now. It has exhaust and stock turbos. This one was already tuned on Cobb, but we went ahead and deleted that, and it's on Ecutech. And I'm gonna drive it around. They did some maintenance on it, the transmission. I'm not too sure what else they did, and so of course it's here for a tune. Went ahead and checked the engine oil. Man, that thing is super dark. It looks like it hasn't been changed, honestly, probably in a year or something. Looks like, it seems like someone just keeps topping it off. Obviously, I don't know if that's what they're doing. Could just be, I don't know, 5,000 miles, 6,000 miles. But it's extremely dark and it looks really dirty. Definitely needs to get changed. I mean, they already did the transmission oil. Not sure why they didn't do the engine oil. So the GTR is on the dyno. This one does have some transmission problem, so I don't know if he thinks the tune's gonna fix it, but it's not. So I'm thinking that's why he wanted to have the transmission oil changed, which the oil was pretty bad, to be honest. And like I said earlier, this one had a tune before. We took it off, but it did not have a transmission tune, so I'm not too sure if that caused a problem. And the tranny, it's like, I would say the transmission works about 85 to 90%, which is better than most trannies. When they don't work, they just don't work. They work like 0% or 10%. So at least this one's drivable. It's just sometimes it goes into limp mode, but maybe for 5 seconds, then it goes away on its own. Look, I'm in the same pulse.